Hey, Islam Dwayne Bey. I'm still at Whole Foods. It's October the 3rd, 2020. So, Dwayne, um, one of the things I want to tell you to make this really short is I'm going to give you some of the things I've experienced in a quick version. This shouldn't be no more than 5 minutes of what I experienced mentally. And I'm asking you to choose. Once again, I'm tired. I slept, and during the blue moon, the full moon, I slept, and I slept for like 2 days, not straight, but that's basically what I did. And hold on one moment. Okay, there. Anyway, so what I want to tell you, Dwayne Bey, is I want you to choose love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And choosing those divine laws of freedom, which is represented in our Moorish American flag, with the 5-pointed green star in the middle. The 5 points represents love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Our flag is over 10,000 years old. So, it's like, well, how old is it? That's, 10,000 years is really not a long time. It's not. But but the answer is over 10,000 years old. So how old is our flag? And then you have the 99 attributes of Allah. So I'm asking you to choose, not me, but choose to uplift all that is righteous and divine. And in that, answers come, and it will be all good. It's similar to, hold on one moment, okay? Go down a little bit. It's similar to Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln, he had a choice. Not choice, but he chose to, he said if he could go without freeing no slaves, but maintain the Union, he would do that. If he could free all the slaves and maintain the Union, he would do that. Because he understood the importance of constitutional laws. He understood the importance of the U.S.A. Constitution of 1787 and upholding these laws, this organic instrument. Then he said, which includes the 13th Amendment with 20 sections and all 4 of Abraham Lincoln's proclamations. Then he said, if I could free some of the slaves and prisoners of war, and these are so many words, and keep some, and some of them may not be freed, but yet maintain our union, I would do that too. And then what happened is he ended up freeing the slaves, but he did it by upholding what was righteous. And so while he was upholding what was righteous, that organic instrument, the U.S.A. Constitution of 1787, in that everything, it was a trickle effect. So he uphold what was divine and righteous. And then in that, he was able to pass the 13th Amendment with 20 sections. He amended the 13th Amendment with 20 sections, which in section 19 it said, all are free. We are free. Then he passed the proclamations, all because he saw, just by holding up one instrument of righteousness, that one organic instrument led a trickle effect that was all good. Dr. Bay, I'm not asking you to choose me. choose what is right. And in that, if that means it leads you to me, then it's all good. But if you choose what is righteous, which is upholding love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, those attributes of Allah, and it leads you away from me, that too is good. If you choose to uphold these divine laws of freedom, our Moorish American flag, love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, and it leads you away from her, that is good. That is, you have upheld something that has substance. And the same with me, do you choose not to come back? Substance. But if you choose to go back, if you choose to uphold these divine laws of freedom and it leads you to her, that too is good. But the point is, you have maintained as a Moor, a mighty Moor, a wealthy Moor, a powerful Moor, your honor, your respect, your dignity, and your integrity. And that's what I'm trying to do myself. I'm not perfect, I'm trying. That's why I'm standing on truth. I'm not standing on saying he loves me. I love him. I'm just demonstrating truth. And in demonstrating truth, which is representing on our Moorish American flag, then there's a triple effect. And so therefore, either way, I win. Abraham won. He won because those same, all the blood that was shed, we are still, as Moorish American men and women, we are upholding these divine laws of freedom. Still to this day, we are still few, but yet few but yet powerful, are upholding these divine laws of freedom. That's how important it is for us to do so. Abraham Lincoln, that's in my thoughts. I already know you know this. So anyway, I'm not going to go there because I feel like I'm not, that's all. And I'm going to real quick just tell you some of the things I experienced. Some of the things I experienced way back today is when these spirits they engaged my Tola sheep, they actually started playing thoughts. I've just experienced this from a Mexican. He forcefully engaged my entire sheep, and how I know they're doing it is because when I try to shine my light, it's hard for me to. And then they start planting thoughts. And the black Negro is one of the main ones that do this most of all, the black Negro male. And I can, and so what I do is shine my light, I flame up. And if it's hard for me to flame up immediately, that's because one of them has forcefully engaged my sheep and they start planting thoughts that way. And they start saying 3 and 33. Another thing I experienced mentally is a clapping, clapping, noise in my head at night when I'm resting. And so they start saying, he did it, they did it, we paid them. We paid those Moors. Another thing, of course, the sharp pains in my joints. Today I felt many sharp pains in my cranium. Another thing, besides hearing them say, I've been giving testimony about them accusing Moors for a long time. My Moorish American nation and family of selling their own, selling out, mainly coming from Spanish speaking. They can be from El Salvador, Mexican, Mexico, or Puerto Rico, or just Spanish speaking, pale skin. And then the black Negro, definitely black Negro and African American and Spanish speaking said a lot. And then the pale skin also. My genitals being attacked spiritually. But like I said, it's been almost 2 years since I've been able to sleep without my dreams being invaded. Just last night, a Negro was trying to kiss me in my dreams. That a pale skin actually attacked me early this morning in my dreams. Another thing I've experienced. So I told you about them engaging forcefully in my sheath, my body sheath. So they actually have they using a form of possession where they connect to the sheath of my body, and then I hear a thought, and one of them have literally have put their entire spiritual body in one of my sheath of my body. And so that happens, and one of the unclean demonic spirits might start saying that's her husband. Okay, so they're using this as some form of business, as a form to normalize an engagement, a forced mental engagement, spiritual possession. And if they're planning a thought and you don't realize it's them planning it, then it's definitely spiritual possession, because they make their thoughts your thoughts. Something else I've experienced, definitely when they engage with my body sheath, because I can tell, because it's hard for me to shine my light. I might smile or feel like something's making me smile, or or if I try to shine my light. And also they call this being on her. Like they'll have one spirit particularly doing it constantly. I've noticed it's been the same, usually that look to be Mexican, but mostly a black male, usually a black male spirit. These are unclean spirits doing it constantly, engaged. Like if I'm walking back and forth to work, same voice, and then one of them will engage, and it look like a bald-headed or very extremely dark-skinned black Negro male. And then someone in the far distance with a black or African American accent start talking, usually a female, like she's one of his friends or someone. Definitely, I've said sharp pains, making my heart, like for instance, my heart should supposed to be like this. Instead, one of them attack and do like this. And they start saying, we need it. Definitely Spanish speaking that are unclean and demonic spirits start saying, we need it, as they force mentally engage, or they force mentally engage, and all of a sudden I might feel a feeling of being happy or insecure or sad. These are forced. What they're doing is they're abusing their telepathic code, because they have the telepathic code that Arrington-Bey and Arrington-Bey reject, and they're using it to terrorize, so they can engage and breed. They can slave breed, and this is with the help of the unnaturalized United States military, Navy, Army, and the police. Definitely, like for instance, today I noticed some of the regulars that have Marine and Navy license plates. They were coming to Burger King quite a lot today, more so than black males, more so than before. Some of them I hadn't seen in a while, and I felt my presence being engaged, and it was one of them that looked just like them, forcefully engaging. Mentally and spiritually, looked just like them, no doubt. It looked just like them. But all I can do is say it's a similar description. It looked just like them. And these are those that are connected to the Navy and the Marines. Retired. They have license plates that say retired. What else? The smells. They can sense smells like a dog smell, a pee smell, a urine smell. Definitely those like a dog smell, like, wet dog smell. I told you many Pelskins are walking their dogs around here. Like they're so close to their dogs. Definitely these unclean spirits send like a really nasty, filthy, wet dog smell, like while I'm eating, or if they're in the room, spiritually, mentally, I can smell it. Or it could be a black Negro or a pale skin. I have to burn incense to keep the smell from it being in the room. Because they're sitting around the room stalking, trying to think of a way to engage. And then they're saying the number 3. So a lot of times I do a prayer. Like I say, every time these unclean, demonic, filthy spirits say 3, may one of their filthy, unclean kids fall dead in the street, or may let one of their nasty, filthy, it could be someone close to them, or them themselves fall dead in the street. that when this is each time one of those unclean demonic spirits say number 3 or use 33. Now, if you're not unclean and demonic, I'm not talking about you, but usually that's one of my prayers. And I pray, I said, Allah, may this happen quickly. Destroy these abominations, this disgraceful creation that we have to be among this lifetime as celestial beings. Destroy them, Allah. Destroy them. Kill and destroy them, Allah. For they are unclean, unnatural, and they are a complete threat, a weapon to what is divine, clean, and pure. These are unclean and demonic spirits I speak of, Allah. Amen. So anyway, that's all I have to say. It's not going back for day. There's other things I experienced, but that's all I can really talk. The smell is definitely, I've been wanting to tell you, but I think I told you about this before, but I want to tell you. Sometimes they attack, I just had a visual, forced visual, about them seeing sharp pains. I told you that, like in my teeth. Yeah, I already told you about those. Just had a forced visual. Like, they like to send different visuals. Like I can visuals mentally. So it's like playing games with the mind. So I ignore it. So then after they send a visual, a spirit might walk by and say, they sold her. He sold her. We paid. You see, they sold her. They sold their own kind. Those Moors are dirty. What else? It's the same when one of them forcefully engaged as doing an animalistic behavior. They say, instead of them saying, I'm an animal, I'm a beast, I'm unnatural, and I'm uncivilized, they start saying, the Moors sold her. Okay, so that's all I have to say about this. These are unclean demonic spirits. This is my spiritual lesson today. And Dwayne Bey, Islam. I pray Allah. I pray Allah that you choose. Not because it's like, okay, if he choose righteousness, he gonna choose me. No. Because you might choose righteousness and it might not lead to me. It's because I hope. Because I have followed you since 2013. And yes, I have thought high of you. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. But I knew you wasn't perfect. And that was okay with me. I'm not perfect. I still believe in you. And our nation and our family. And I want us to heal. I want us to heal. That's why.